Hey, what's up, everybody? Big Mike back again with Tell Me More with Big Mike, episode 2. That's right, episode 2 already. I want to say thank you for the people that were sending me in questions. Did a good job. I got a few different questions this week I haven't really had a chance to think about because I just basically looked at them here again for the second, maybe third time. But some interesting questions, that's for sure. So we'll definitely say thank you for sending them in. I do encourage more people that listen to this video or see this video or any of my videos, please send me in more questions via my inbox. I would love for more people to be more involved. You know, it's fun answering different questions and whatnot, but I like to have different people sending in questions as well. You know, so hopefully we'll see what happens in the next week or so. So let's get to it. Let me tell you more about Big Mike. Big Mike, Big Mike. That's right. Right now. First couple questions come from the Tom Power One. First question he asked me: did you feel the earthquake this past week on the East Coast? Well, being where I am in Canada, some people said they did feel it as far as Toronto. And I'm about an hour and a half west of Toronto, and people around here said they felt it as well. But I didn't feel any different than a huge truck driving by, like an 18-wheeler or a dump truck or something. So they weren't sure, but it was reported that it was the earthquake. But myself, I did not feel it at all. Second question, what singer do you like listening to all the time? I don't think I listen to a certain thing all the time, like a certain someone or even a certain band. I do have my favorites. Um, Kid Rock, Metallica, Pantera, Nirvana, Green Day, um, Black Sabbath, all them Led Zeppelin. Um, yeah, so I don't think there's one particular person I listen to all the time. And my favorites, Kid Rock, definitely one of my favorites. Been a long time fan of his for sure. So Ugly Kid Joe, I loved him. They're old school. Still listen to them all the time to this day as well. So yeah, moving on. Night Vampire 1 asked me, being a wrestling manager, is it easier for you to be a heel or a face, or do you tend to only lean in one direction? Plus, since WWE and TNA have little or no managers, it's hard to get booked as a manager on the indie scene. All right. Well, is it easier for me to be a heel or a face? I find it easier to be a heel, just because I don't know. I seem to turn it on just a little bit extra when I'm a heel because it's not easy, but you know, it's fun because it's all an act, and just to see people's reactions when you argue with them, and it's simple. It's all reverse psychology. All you got to do is come out, turn around, throw my cane up in the air or whatever, give them a smug look and say, sit down and shut up, and people, oh, yeah, you suck, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You get like instant heat. You tell people to sit down and shut up or go home and go back to school, get an education or blah, 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 blah. Simple little things, get people, it gets their mouths going. And once one person gets going, they all get going. So I enjoy being a heel. Since the WWE and TNA have little or no managers, it's hard to get booked. I don't think it has anything to do with them, but it's hard to get booked as a manager anyways. Unless you got something going on with one company. Because the guys that I manage, I may manage them for CCW, but I may mainstay Fed. But it's hard to follow them around because other Feds don't want you because it's an extra person they got to pay, yada, yada, yada. It's hard to get picked up by other guys for you to manage them because other guys want to do the talking for themselves because they want to be the whole package, even though maybe sometimes they can't talk, or be very literate, but they got to find out the hard way. So it's hard to get booked. It is anyways. But it's fun. I love it. I enjoy it. It's great. Maybe put up a match maybe later tonight or tomorrow on the one I just had on this past weekend. Give you guys a little look. Because I'm working on a channel. I just want to get more matches together so I can make another channel just for my wrestling stuff. Moving on, Triple H Guy 2004 asked me, "Hey Mike, could you give me a shout out?" Okay, sorry, I just did, didn't I? What's up, man? Check out Triple H Guy 2004. But maybe I will on Sunday because I told people that I will be giving shout outs on Sunday as well. But anyways, I also have a question for you for your Q&A this week. Do you think the WWE will ever open the doors to John Bradshaw Layfield to go into the WWE Hall of Fame? And if so, will it be as JBL or as a tag team APA with Ron Simmons, also known as Farouk? I think it'll be JBL or John Bradshaw Layfield. They'll put the emphasis on the Bradshaw as well because that's who he was in the APA. He was Bradshaw, and then before that he was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. And before that he may have been something else. I know he was just Bradshaw once again before he formed the tag team. And then when he came back as the rich guy, it was John Bradshaw Layfield, so he still had Bradshaw in there. So yeah, and even when he was announcing JBL, so I think he'll be in there as John Bradshaw Layfield JBL. So that's that. Moving on, we got some questions from Dean. Good old Dean, my savior. I think if no one ever sent me any questions, I'd still get questions from Dean. And we're going to finish with Dean. We got 4 or 5 questions here again. And Dean asks, Dean448 Triple D. Hey, Big Mike. It's your favorite questioner, fan, Triple D, right? Do you like video games? Yes, I like video games. I'm not a huge gamer. I'm just huge. I like sports games, racing games, fighting games like Tekken, Mortal Kombat type games. Definitely Raw versus SmackDown or SmackDown versus Raw, whatever. I'm just now getting into Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 is my first and only game that I've ever played with the first shooter. I suck. I'll admit it. I'm not that great. But I've never played it as much as everybody else because I was never into it. But I'd much rather play against my friends or just the game itself anyways. I hate playing online because there's so many people with so many different cheats and hacks and everything else where you try to have a normal game and you can't. It's just ridiculous. I find that with a lot of games, actually. They find the glitch. Playing online sucks. They find the glitches or they find hacks and passwords and cheats, and it's just retarded. But yeah, I like playing video games. I got a PS3. And if you got a PS3 yourself, drop me your gamer tag and maybe we'll play something if you got, if you got a PS3. If you could go back in time, where would you go and why? Well, where would I go? I'd probably go to historical events, like the ending of wars, seeing how they were done, JFK assassination maybe, Martin Luther King assassination, World Series, certain World Series. I know for sure I'd take 24 trips back and see the Montreal Canadiens win each and every one of their Stanley Cups live and in person, just because it'd be an awesome party and they're my favorite team. I don't know why I'm not rocking their hat, but I got one of their hats right here. Put that one on instead. My Irish pride Canadiens hat. Throw that one on. Wrestling Jesus, I don't know if you're watching, but I can tell he's a Canadiens fan. He wears his toques. He wears his toques, eh? When he's drinking his Timmy Ho-Hos and watching the game and just having a tabernacle, huh? Right on, Wrestling Jesus. At least we have something in common, other than both being on YouTube. We both like the Habs. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. Just go back in time and check out historic events and championship games and stuff. Do I like dinosaurs? No. Because they would chase me, and they would catch me, and they would eat me. And I wouldn't be able to like them for doing that. That's the last thing I'd want to be is eaten by a dinosaur. Unless I was a female and it was a lickalotopus. But, yeah. You know how the old saying goes, if you're in the forest and there was a bear, what would you do? I would run, Then people will be like, why would you run? Well, as long as I'm faster than my buddy, you know, that's all it has to be. Well, I'm never going to be faster than my buddy because I'm not fast. So, no, I don't like dinosaurs. But on this more serious note, I think they're interesting, knowing that something that huge or whatever lived so many years ago, and just interesting. Number 4, if you could be any celebrity, who would it be and why? If I could be any celebrity, who would it be and why? I'm going to go with Ron Jeremy, just because he's hung like a horse, gets all the chicks, he's pretty famous worldwide, he's known everywhere he goes, sort of like Tiger Woods. Yeah, that's the type of guy I'd want to be, for sure. And then last question from Dean here. WWE DVDs. Hi, Big Mike. How many WWE DVDs do you own in total? I don't know about that many. I'm going to say 225, give or take 10. Maybe I have 235, maybe I have 215, maybe I have more. I don't know. Excuse me. Because I just don't know. I haven't counted, and I should have counted, but I didn't really get this question until now because it was you sent it in a different one. But anyways, I'm going to say that many. Maybe I'll do a video just on my wrestling DVDs so we can figure that out. Because I got my whole slew of TNAs here. I got my indies and stuff right here. My WWE and ROH are over there. And I don't know. I'd have to do a count. I do need to do a count. But hopefully that answers your question good enough. Anyways, folks, that's it. That's the end of telling you more with Big Mike. Hopefully you got to know a little bit more. If you do want to know more, please send me in questions only to my inbox. In the subject line, please put question or Q&A just so I know. And again, thank you for sending in questions. Again, keep sending them in. That's it. And that's all. And it's Big Mike, and I am done telling you more.